Well, this OST isn't perfect, and in last place is... yeah, cut out. This one is a yikes for me. Like, I don't hate this one, but there is not much positive I have for this one. The melodies are okay, I guess, but really they don't stand out. Boyfriend is fine, but he doesn't really sound like he's mixed in with the song, and neither does Spooky, who has... oh goodness, I do not like how Spooky sounds in this song. She sounds completely different than when she's singing in Rigor Chorus and Chills, which is so weird. Like, why is her chromatic so different in this song? I guess it's because she's trying to imitate the cardboard, so her voice is different. I don't know. Personally, I do not like the way it sounds. And it's just, the instrumental is good, admittedly. Like, it's the thing that I like the most about this song. However, the vocals just don't sound like they fit in. It almost feels like the instrumental was made and they just threw in the vocals on top of it without mixing it into the song properly, and it just comes off as messy. This is, in my opinion, the most overrated song from the mod. I'm Scared is a perfectly fine song, I guess. So, this is... okay, I guess Whiteface here goes by a few different names, Whiteface being the main one. Also, some people call him Specimen A and Unknown Specimen 1, but that's only after he got added into Spooky's. Or it got added into Spook... I don't know. So, song is, I mean, it's alright. Visuals are kind of nice, but those don't factor into my ranking, so... whatever. The melodies of the song are fine, but honestly, in my opinion, they're kind of forgettable and they don't stick very well outside of a specific section, but we'll get there. Whiteface's chromatic is very muffled, like extremely so. Boyfriend also sounds weirdly too deep, but like he doesn't commit to having a deeper chromatic, unlike another song in this community, but that's not gonna be a song I talk about until I talk about that funny little Among Us game. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, I'm Scared is... yeah, I don't entirely love how BF sounds here. Not really big on how Whiteface sounds either, again with how muffled it is. And the instrumental is... I mean, I guess it's okay, but it all feels very plain. Like it's just doing the same thing throughout its entire runtime with very, very minor changes throughout. This entire beginning is just eh. Then the instrumental actually starts to change up, and this section right here is easily the best part of the song, and it's the thing that's honestly carrying it for me. Like, this part is really, really good. I don't know this character's name, I apologize. I never really knew much about I'm Scared as a game, so I don't entirely know what's going on here. I just know what they do in the Spooky game, okay? Anyways, yeah, this part is really solid. The melodies are strong, the instrumental pairs well, it's all just a very solid song. It feels a bit rushed and a little too quick. Like, it's over so fast, which is such a shame. It's about 40 seconds, so it should reasonably not be that fast, but it just feels like it's here and then it's gone. Especially when you compare it to all the parts with Whiteface and how slow those parts feel, it makes for an overall drag of a song. And once she's gone, this whole ending phase is... it's fine, I guess. I don't know, this song is just so... eh. Like, I just don't really feel any passion for it. It is just a song that exists. outside of one really good part, it's just okay. Here we have Mansion, a nice, cute little song with GF and BF. In the story of this mod, GF gets sent to the mansion and calls BF to come and get her, and they go through the mansion, and it's all set up by Daddy Dearest to get boyfriend killed because that's all this man thinks about. It's just ending this blue-haired boy. However, he doesn't want to do it himself because he's a coward, so, you know, it results in him sending him to Spookies to get BF killed, which, why would he do that? Why would he send GF there too? GF is now in danger. Are you a fool? Anyway, song, right. BF sounds nice. The instrumental is pretty tame and simple. It's not really doing anything crazy, but it sounds nice, and the melodies of the song are actually pretty good. My biggest problem with the song is that I'm not entirely big on how GF sounds. She's very raspy in her quicker notes. Her long notes sound much better by comparison, but the quick notes just end up sounding off, and I'm not really sure why. I just don't feel like this chromatic just works for quicker notes. It's better with long notes. Those long notes do sound nice, especially when paired with Boyfriend, but it's just okay. However, it doesn't drag the song down a lot for me, because I still admittedly kind of like it. The melody is, the main melody of course, is solid, and I like it. Yeah, that's about it actually. I guess the song also goes on for a bit longer than it should. Like, this is one of those songs that I could totally see being justified only being about maybe a minute and a half, but it goes for 2.5 minutes, and I don't know, you could have maybe had this one be about 2 minutes and that would be better, but it's just, I feel like this song should be shorter. It's really simple and straightforward, but dragging it out just doesn't feel necessary. Overall, a very decent song, but it's not really doing much to help it beat out any of the rest of the competition. Off the Goop. Oh, wait a minute, it's a joke song. Oh no, wait. This is an actually good joke song? We found it. We found the joke song that isn't just, look how bad of a melody I can do, look how bad vocals and boring instrumentals and bad model. I am actually so unbelievably happy we have an actual good joke song. A real song that is funny. Finally! I haven't felt this much joy towards a joke song since Take It from Daycare Death Trap. I like all of the little meme sound effects that are thrown into the song. It gives it a really special sense of charm. The instrumental is really solid, the melodies are actually pretty good, and Boyfriend sounds nice in this one. Also, I know someone's gonna say, well, wait, the lean joke is dead. Yeah, but they don't just use the lean joke and that's it. They throw in all the other little memes here, and the ending, I'm not even kidding, has gotten more laughs out of me than pretty much anything from this community. I'm a sucker for explosion jokes. Now, obviously, you gotta bite the bullet at this point. It's like, well, it's still not a good song, is it? No, I think it actually is a decent song. It's not great or anything, but I think it's a pretty good song. Like I said, melodies are good and Boyfriend sounds good. Instrumental is honestly nice. Yeah, but then there's this boy, the purple boy, who I have gone to calling Specimen Lean, because he's not Specimen 2, so I'm calling him Specimen Lean for the joke. Specimen Lean's chromatic is weird, because I think in short bursts it's actually kind of decent. It's not great, and it is kind of loud and overbearing at times. However, I still like the way it sounds, especially during long notes, which weirdly have a really interesting sound to them. They're not bad at all, and if anything, they actually sound kind of nice, especially when they get deeper. Yeah, this one's overall definitely nice. The beginning is pretty good. That slow part maybe overstays its welcome a bit. But then, Team Fortress 2 reference, that's great. Yeah, once the beat properly kicks back in, the song almost takes on this, I don't know if I can really call it a reference. No, yeah, it is a reference. It basically just takes the melodies from Full Body Amputation and remixes it for the ending of the song, which I know I could go ahead and knock against the song for being uncreative or not very original, but that's the whole thing. This is a joke song. So it ending, which is being a remixed melody of Full Body Amputation, is really good. I actually like how it sounds. And of course, Full Body Amputation's melody is just the best, so yeah, I'm not really saying that this is a bad thing. A very much silly song. It's not perfect. Specimen Lean's chromatic could be better, and the pacing of the song could be a little bit shorter. However, for a joke song, this gets a gold medal from me. It finally committed to actually being a real joke song. Every other mod that has had joke songs, shame on you because none of you got it right. This one did. Thank you, Off the Goop. Rigor Chorus. The chorus. That's a weird, tongue-twisting name. Rigor Chorus is really catchy, actually. The instrumental is a bit on the underwhelming side, which is probably my biggest complaint for the whole song. But it's nice and short, and admittedly the instrumental isn't bad, it's just there's not a lot going on here. Spooky's chromatic is amazing. It's seriously one of the best in this community, and I mean that. I adore this Spooky chromatic, which is why Cutout bothers me so much. The melodies here are pretty good, even if a huge amount of this song is basically just, here's some Rigor Chorus melodies and here's just chills. But not as good. It's simple and it works, but this first half is kind of just, I mean, it's alright. And then the second half, especially when Spooky just has this long pop-off, is surprisingly really nice, and the instrumental actually kicks up and sounds pretty nice. I feel like this song is good, but it feels a little bit unfinished, and it really does feel like this song could be even better. It's nice, short, sweet, simple. I also like Spooky's poses. Like I said earlier, I love this mod's art style, especially the way Spooky is animated. It's all really good. It makes me want to see so much more. Oh my gosh, why did this mod? Please let there be more. Please tell me I'm wrong about the whole it's not getting a version 2. I want a version 2 of this mod so badly. Because everything here has so much potential. And Rigor Chorus could be a really good song with some tune-ups. And here we have, how do you say this name? I give up. This song. I'm just calling it this song. This one's really good, actually. Boyfriend sounds nice here. This instrumental is intense. Yeah, welcome to another boss fight type song. I really like how it sounds. And of course, High Specimen 9, or as I like calling him, Taker. Taker's chromatic in this song is different than the one in Full Body Amputation, going for a far more deep chromatic, and honestly, I think in a vacuum the song actually works well with the chromatic, and the chromatic itself is kinda decent, but like, I gotta talk about the big issue with this one pretty much straight out of the gate. His chromatic can often be underwhelming. Like, sometimes his chromatic just blends too much with itself, and it's hard to tell when a new note has come up sometimes with him. It'll just sort of sounds muddled and very much the same after a while, which is such a shame since the melodies are really good. Like, Boyfriend has distinct enough melody singing to get everything across, but Taker unfortunately just doesn't really do it very well. Especially when he's not the main one singing and Boyfriend takes center stage, which he does for pretty much the entire song. Which, weirdly enough, I think actually serves as a blessing in disguise. His vocals are much more akin to something like backing vocals, which gives the song an even more intense feeling. Sure, it takes away a bit, since he's supposed to be the big boss, so he should have the spotlight, but this sort of balances out enough for me to let it pass. The Take the Dead bit is kinda neat, but also Full Body Amputation does it better, in my opinion. That being said, when he does get those moments where it's slower notes, longer notes, and he's the only one singing, it does sound really nice. I just don't feel like he works super well in the faster note sections. And there are really catchy melodies here. The tone is good. The whole song just is really nice to listen to. It's a bop. But yeah, there are some pretty notable issues with the song. However, it has grown on me quite a bit, and honestly, it might still grow on me more. I also really like how the ending sounds. It kicks up just completely full sending that ending, which is... yeah, that's great. Especially the way it ends just so abruptly. Kinda reminds me of how the actual boss fight ended. Really good. antagonized. Hoo boy, do I really like this song. I love this instrumental. It's very intense, almost a gritty type of feeling, which makes so much sense when you understand what this character is. I always kind of called him the bad ending protagonist, but he does actually have a name. Specimen 14. Man, do I like this guy. His chromatic is really crisp and works super well with the song. The melodies are honestly catchy. Does the intro last too long? Yes, it does, and it's a bit of a shame. I'm not bothered by it too much because it does set the tone pretty well, but once they start singing, it goes from good to amazing because I love this back and forth. Boyfriend sounds... Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get my complaint out of the way. Boyfriend is weird in this song. He sounds very... sounds like he has a reverb filter on him, and it's not subtle, and if I'm not, like, thinking about it, it doesn't bother me, but when I'm actually, like, full-on focused on the song, yeah, his chromatic tends to bother me a bit, which is the biggest shame of this song. It's not something that, like, just gets into my head and is super annoying or anything, but it is a bit of a shame. However, the melody of the song carry this one really hard for me. I love how they sound, especially the duets, which honestly makes me wish there was more duets in this song, because when they duet, it sounds really good. Also, those double notes hit by Specimen 14 and Boyfriend, yeah, those double notes are really satisfying. I just love the way their voices almost duplicate over each other, but it's only for a moment. I usually don't like it when songs duplicate vocals over each other because it sounds messy, because they're often singing two different melodies at the same time. But here it's the same melody, so it just makes it sound more intense. Which, yeah, I really like. A lot of these melodies just stick, and they're super good, but this song could totally go the next mile. I see it being just an SS tier with the right tuning for Boyfriend's voice, some more melodies here and there. But there's a lot here that's just so good. The double notes, the duet, those opening melodies, Specimen 14's vocals, the instrumental and its tone, it's all really good. Also, weirdly enough, when you're, listening to the gameplay version of this song, the axe sound effects are really good, surprisingly. Like, they fit the song super well. I like it when sound effects that aren't in the OSD version can still be heard in gameplay versions, and it doesn't take anything away or is too distracting. It's a nice little bonus. Doesn't affect the ranking, but it's just kind of a bonus. Boyfriend's slow notes here would have been really good to end off the song if this section was not only a little shorter, but also BF's voice was better, because that's the big thing that was bothering me for this song. Otherwise, it's a song that I love. Talk about a great opening for this mod. Chills? Okay. I already mentioned how much I love Spooky's chromatic and Ritter chorus, and it sounds even better in this song. Like, leagues better. It's just so good. This main melody, ba-da-ba-da-ba, like, it's just such an earworm, and it sounds amazing. The instrumental constantly building up is really nice too. Like this chorus, it very much feels like something that belongs in Spooky's Jump Scare Mansion, which is great. And this bit where they're singing the chorus again, but then the other will do these double notes, which bum, 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 bum. It's so good, especially when Spooky's doing it. Spooky's bum, bum, bum is amazing and builds up really well. You get this little pause with the voice line. Speaking of which, I like Spooky's voice actor for this. She definitely gives off the same mischievous energy the original did, but even more so in my opinion. This little slower part is very nice since it kind of acts as a break, so it's not overly repetitive, which it did push a little bit in the beginning. However, here it takes a bit of a backstage and lets this more original melody take place instead of just being the chorus again. Gotta love it. This back and forth between them is good, their duet is amazing. Boyfriend sounds awesome here. I love his long notes that act as backing vocals. They sound just so good. The chemistry here works wonders. And that build up to that final chorus, you can't have this song without that ending. I love how it sounds a bit faster. The instrumental's at its peak. Gosh, this ending is just so good. And then it goes right back around, and that final setup of notes. This basically combines what I liked about Rigor Chorus, except it did it significantly better. So, yeah, it did everything right. Did the nice bum, bum, bum from earlier in the song. It made a really good chorus. It gave me the best instrumental it could at the end. It does this nice little ending bit, which sounds really good. Does the good double note thing that Antagonized did. It just does so much right. And yet, as much as I adore this song, there was one song that was even better. Full Body Amputation did not need to be one of the hardest hitting FNF songs I have ever heard in this community. It is seriously, how is it this good? I love Taker's vocals. They are incredibly good, on par with how Spooky's vocals are. It's just an incredible chromatic. Boyfriend sounds just as good. He sounds just as good as he did in Chills, which, gotta love it. Man, I love this song. The Take the Dead bit, it works. Yeah, it's just incredible to listen to. It really works well with this song. I love this main melody. You could argue that this song is repetitive, however, this is kind of another situation where it's like headache. Yes, it's a little repetitive, however, little things keep changing with the main melody to make it, at least for me, distinct enough. The long notes for Boyfriend sound at their best within the entire mod. I love it. Taker's vocals, again, even the long notes, they work super well. Like, I just have to wonder what happened between this Taker and the one in the other song. Why are they so different? I guess it's because different forms, so they gave them different vocals. But regardless, these vocals, in my opinion, are significantly better due to it working both in fast notes and in slow notes. This instrumental is a bop. It really does give off chase themes, and it fits the vibe Spookies has super well. And that final reverse line of dialogue works so well when you know what Taker's backstory is. And then, ooh, that ending though! Boyfriend's high notes are heavenly to listen to. The last time I remember loving Boyfriend's vocals this much in a song was back from Dictator and Mario Madness. That's a huge compliment, and I adore that song to pieces. Full Body Amputation, it does exactly what I wanted it to. It's perfect. And then that last bit with Boyfriend just popping off at the end. His notes going from super sporadic to a little bit less, and then those long notes right at the end. This song does what I loved about Chills. It combines everything I loved from that song and others, and wraps it up so nice, and Full Body Amputation does that to the next level. That ending sends chills down my spine. I love this song. And that was the end of Spooky's Saturday Scare, a mod that I love a lot. Seriously, these songs are really good for the most part, and I'm extremely excited to see what version 2 of this mod has in store. Well, if this mod does get a version 2. I'm a little bit worried it might not, given the fact that Entropy, the person who made Chills, Rigor Chorus, and of course Full Body Amputation, seems to have made their channel no longer active, which kind of breaks my heart, because that means that there's a likelihood that they're never going to put their music on Amazon Music, and that's the platform I use, and they have it on Spotify, and it's right there. It hurts. But no, on a more serious note, I do worry that the mod may not be nearly as good, given the fact that they made the best tracks for the mod, in my opinion, so it's a little bit worrying, but at the same time, I do hope that a version 2 is coming. I mean, the wiki says that there's a version 2 upcoming, but the wiki's not always right. I really, really am looking forward to more of this mod, because, again, I love it, and if a version 2 does come out, I am sure to rank it, because, of course, I love Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion, so I'm gonna love this mod no matter what the quality is. Okay, maybe that's not entirely true. Anyway, here's my tier list. And that's basically everything I wanted to say. Have a happy Halloween!